Hey there, and welcome back to Atom RPG. Now, where we last left off, I'd just spoken to Dan and, well, confirmed that I was going to do some missions for him. Obviously working for him when I'm actually working for the village leader. Although I have kind of thought about possibly trying to work with these guys, not as bandits, but in the fact that they seem to be striving for something more than common banditry. So I'm going to see whether I can, well, let out the poor dude who I didn't quite shoot in the head, who's a prisoner, which I assume is Steblev, so let's see what I can do about that. I wanted to talk about the captive. Now that's interesting. What did you want to discuss? Who he is? What is he doing here? Or did you want to bail him out? I mean, pay his ransom. Who is he? A tech specialist from the village called Otradnor. A small-time alcoholic, a loser, a coward, a liar, and a phenomenally advanced handyman. All in all, pretty balanced character. So that is Steblev then, it is guaranteed. What is he doing here? Some of my men arrested him after he said something about being secretly rich while on a drinking binge. Our organization is something like the law around these parts. We hold a monopoly on violence, if you know what I mean. But we asked for tax money in return. And this fiend didn't want to pay what he could, obviously. So now he's in a cell. Guilty of not paying us enough taxes. Oh yeah, I thought of asking that I'd be able to get his name, but can I free him? Sure, but not for free. To a store you like, but he did break the law. An unwritten one, but still. While we investigate, he must be kept behind bars. If someone kind enough to bail him out doesn't show up, that is. What's the price of freedom, friend? What do you think? In terms of cash, I mean. I guess it depends on the seller. In that case, 500 rubles and he's free to roam. No barter, no wordsmithing, just money, pure and simple. Maybe there's a way I can get him off your hands cheaper? What do you think, Denis Denisovich? He's not worth your time. You're just wasting food on him. That's kind of true. I'll see what I can do. I don't know, because it seems like a lot of the speechcraft checks in this game are pretty damn high. Ah, that's pretty good. Your words ring true. Just wasting our resources on it for no reason. That's not a very rational position to hold. Fine, I'll give you half off. 250 rubles and he's all yours. I don't want him to raise the price or something away. I do have the money, like, yeah, I might as well bail him out. Poor guy. I did hit him in the face with the pistol. Here's the money. That, and I don't want him to be under poor Shishak's care. That psycho with the keys. Well, there goes my wallet. You hand over the sum to the leader of the bandits and he counts it, repeatedly wetting his finger with saliva. Finally he nods and tucks the money into his shirt. After doing so, he gets out a small piece of paper, writes something on it with a stubby pencil, and gives it to you. Here, show this note to Shishak, and he'll be a free prisoner. Nice doing business with you. Dan looks at you, slightly annoyed. Hey, I paid you. Fair and square. Okay, I better go. Right, so off to Mr. Shishak. Poor guy. So last time he's going to be using his keys. Lovely place, this. Where is Shishak? Oh, he's still there. That is him, right? Oh yeah, his friend ran off to whisper things. Oh, there he is. Before you stands Shishak, a broad-shouldered man with blah blah blah. Yep, as usual. Lovely guy. I came here for the prisoner. Shishak raised his eyebrows in surprise. You don't say. And can you prove it? You think that any bum can come to me and say that? Here's a note from Dan. Shishak takes the note, throws an incredulous look at you, and frowns at it a little. He looks at you again, twists the note in his hands, and finally shrugs his shoulders with indifference. Well, everything seems to be in order. Okay, wait a second. I was going to kick him again, isn't he? Oh. Yeah, never mind. He takes his knife and quickly cuts the ropes that bound the hands and feet of the prisoner. I'd have been pissed if he just killed him there. I would have wanted a refund from Dan at least. Yeah, well, bye. I like the way he doesn't have the rag in his mouth anymore. The man nods and sniffs, glancing nervously at the surrounding area. Oh, hey brother, what's what? How are you feeling? Considering the circumstances, quite well actually. Knock on wood? Knock on wood. Nothing to complain about. Oh wait, is he a companion then? Can I ask you a few questions? Let's discuss tactics. Follow me. It's a bit weird. Can it? No? As soon as you leave the factory, I'm off to the... Ah, okay, so he's just following me until... Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Right, well, I think I'm going to head to the village then, because I might as well talk to Steblev, and I do want to get some help for this guy if I can help him. Whilst he's a bandit, I mean, maybe I can repair some relations between the villagers and the criminals. It would be a pretty good deal if I could actually get them to work together. Let's have a look actually around here. I hope my guy doesn't walk through the soup. No, I can't seem to walk in there. Just gonna see. I don't really think there is anything left. Might as well talk to these gate guards. And that one. Yeah, I'll be back if there's nothing that they got to say. Right, well, I just accidentally did this. Right, well, I just accidentally talked to this guy, and it looks like there are some more things that the gate guards have to say. So, a bald, bearded man wearing a pre-war tracksuit standing in front of you, staring intently at the ground as though his shaven head is troubled by some heavy thoughts. However, as he feels you approaching, he flinches and speaks to you first. His voice sounds almost timid. Oh, hello there. What brings you here? What are you beefing about, big guy? The man looks around nervously and turns back to you. A fake smile appears on his face. Never mind. I'm not beefing about anything. What have made you think that? Oh well, in this case I better go. The man licks his chapped lips to the side as if he's finally made a decision that's taken him a lot of effort to take and calls you. Wait, look, I have a question. Dunno, you look like a person I can trust, so... That's a terrible mistake to make. Don't drag it out, what's the problem? Well, to make a long story short, have you ever thought of hitting on a guy? Like, in that sense? Oh god. As soon as the man fires out the words, he blushes violently. Regular bandit, this guy. Jeez, why are you asking? Why asking? Well, you see, the bearded guy looks around and bends closer to you. Have you seen the lad at the other gates of the camp? The man casts a quick look to the side and switches to a whisper. I'm not talking about the Kosoi. We got Sasha by the second gates, and there's this little lad who's running around him all the time. He's wearing a mask and a hat. Damn it, I just thought that, well, I mean, in short, I just thought about this lad, if you know what I mean. And now it bugs me. Do you fancy the lad? Well, I guess it's, to be honest, I didn't expect this from, I thought the developer's Russian. I know they don't have the best opinion of that kind of thing over there. I'm disgusted to look at you. Do you fancy a lad? What's so bad about it? These things happen. Well, I'm glad you're so open-minded about it, but I'm afraid the rest of the gang don't share your liberal views. The bearded man motions in a wide gesture to the factory yard where scary-looking huge men with sullen faces are hanging out. Not even sure how I feel. No kidding, it's the first time something like this has happened to me. I don't know what to do in a situation like this. Thoughts this lad, test the waters. I'm probably going to find him swinging by the end of the gate, aren't I, when I get back? Jeez. I'm sure you're mistaken, you should admit, yeah. I don't rub it in, I won't be doing that. If he spills the beans, one word will lead to another and I'll actually be beaten by everyone at the factory. I can guarantee that. Look around, watch more. No, I better figure something out myself. Suit yourself. The man coughs embarrassingly and snivels. So now that I got that awkward load off my chest, maybe there's something else you want to discuss. I only want to ask a few questions. The man sighs and nods reluctantly. It's evident that your natural charm has worked on the sad guardsman. Alright, what do you want now? Tell me a bit about yourself, mate. It's not much to tell. Before I joined the factory, guys, I've been surviving on my own, with just a knife for a weapon and nothing but stale bread to eat. Once I came across a dead body. Looked like the man was mauled, but he still had a weapon, ammunition, food, and water on him. The food had gone off, of course, but the water bottle was intact, sealed. At first I was surprised. He had a weapon and bullets, so how come he couldn't defend himself? I disassembled the rifle and saw a bullet got stuck when exiting the magazine case. I got it out, cleaned the weapon, reassembled it, and saw that it worked. Now that I had an assault rifle, I sure felt more cheerful. Believe it or not, but on my way here I only used 3 bullets. One time a wolf thought I was easy prey, but it was badly mistaken. I killed it with a single shot. Right, that's 1 bullet. What did you do with the other 2? You didn't miss, did you? Yeah. One was to the wolf who wanted to make a dinner out of me, and the other 2 were to some gangers. They wanted to take my clothes, my weapon, and my bicycle. Well, strictly speaking, it wasn't mine. I found it by some abandoned house. The bike was a way faster way to travel. So I spent those 2 bullets on them. The corpses are probably still lying there, as I didn't even get off my bike to collect the trophies. Now I regret not collecting them, but there you go. Yeah, right. Looks like you're indeed not a bad shot. Perhaps you have some advice for me? Show me your rifle shooting position. Showcase your shooting skills to the bearded man and gives you some valuable advice on how you can improve them. After a fruitful conversation, you feel that your level of shooting knowledge has grown significantly. Oh, that's nice, training the automatic firearms. I wonder how much I got exactly. Right, that's better. So what, was my expertise helpful to you? Yeah, thank you. Can really come in handy. Happy to help. One's experience should serve other people and not just oneself. Well put. Can I ask you something else? Oh, that's pretty nice. Wait. Oh, that's the guys following me. What can you tell me about this factory? As I understand, it used to be a brick factory. It doesn't have any machinery here, but that makes sense. People had looted it already, and what they couldn't take became our headquarters. Now it's like a real castle here. So it is. What are you doing here? Same as everyone else. I guard the perimeter and patrol the area. Although we've got a rather civil area here by today's standards, it doesn't make it less dangerous. On the contrary, really. Where there's civilization, there's money. Where there's money, there are criminals. So there. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me some rumours. There's a rumour circulating that the farmers from Atradna sniffed out a man in their village and stabbed him to death. Or maybe they hired some lowlife to do it for them. It's an interesting rumour, isn't it? The man looks suspiciously at you. Yes. Very interesting. Let me just go away. Bye. Right, I think that's most of them. Let's just talk to these gate guards now. It's pretty cool that pretty much everyone has something interesting to say. It's also kind of annoying. I mean, you get used to the fact that in most games you know who to talk to. Like, that guy might be called Man in another game who you can't actually interact with. But it seems that you can do it in ones like this, which is interesting. But I feel like I have to talk to people and, you know. It's a little bit... It's nice, but just talking to them... I'm never sure whether I'm just talking to someone who doesn't have anything to say, if you know what I mean. You see a tall man with a mustache. Wow. That's an interesting hair colour. Dressed in a sports jacket, an assault rifle in his hands looks like a toy, and his wide smile invites conversation. Hey, can I ask some questions? Hey there, why not? Ask away. How are things in general? I'm alright. I recently got back from patrolling the area safe and sound. Isn't that great? I even found something during my patrolling. It was so heavy that I barely managed to carry it here. That's what I call luck. Every time I go on a patrol, I find something. He smiles widely and closes his eyes, probably remembering something wonderful. He didn't tell me what it was, did he? Or meet someone. It's good to be lucky. Can I ask you something else? Tell me about this place. What's it to tell? Can you see? Comrades, criminals occupied the former factory. It has a good territory and dislocation. It's strategically important. At first, a small group came. They made their home here. Then, other people joined them from all walks of life. Everyone wants to live. It's better here than staying alone in the wasteland where one might not survive the night. Still, on average, 2 people a week come here. Some move on as soon as they see us, others stay with us. But the saddest part is that some will never leave this place. They were unfortunate to meet the wrong guard shift at the gates, so be careful. Here, stay alert. I get your point. Tell me some rumors? You know what? You seem trustworthy. I think I can share something with you. Look, there's no pier to the north from here. I know there's a small stash there. The owners won't come back. Don't ask me why. It's just how it is. But you can have a rummage in their loot. I just never have time for it myself. But I can't let the good stuff go to waste. That's pretty nice. Motions at the map and draws a circle in the place where, according to him, the stash is. Will people stop defacing my map? Jesus. You could just point and I'll remember it. He nods with confidence and gives the map back to you. Right here. Just remember not to go there at night. They say at night one can meet various dangerous geezers there. They can whack you. Huh. Wow, thanks. Can I have something else? Ah, this person. You see a skinny lad with huge blue eyes. That does not look like a lad's figure. Strange. With huge blue eyes, he watches you closely from under a red scarf that covers his face. His eyes are inexplicably sad. Hey, can I ask some questions? Hello, what do you want? The boy's voice is high, but he does his best to make it sound deeper, which only results in it sounding more funny. Who are you? You don't look like local folk. My name's Dima. I'm a gangster too. I'm tempted to burst into laughter. Yeah, definitely a woman. Are you indeed a gangster? Have you been taking candies from younger kids or writing bad words on the farm walls? Strip of the boy's face, you see he goes the same colour as the scarf. The mustache man next to him casts you a look full of suspicion and grasps more firmly its assault rifle. Very funny. I'm a valuable member of the team. I can guard and also do household chores. If you don't like it, you're free to go back where you come from. Got it? That's fine. The boy's eyes dart around. His voice cracks. Wait a second. You're hiding something. Tell me what's wrong. The boy shoots a quick look at the moustache guard at his side, shakes his head but to no avail. The boy pants and suddenly lowers his head and briskly tears off his scarf. And now it's a young woman who stands next to you. Haha! Surprised? My name's Avdotya, or Dunya if you prefer. I'm sick and tired of hiding. It's so hard to pass yourself off as a man. People side-eye me and steer clear of me already, as if afraid they'll catch something bad from me. It was only to be expected. The mustache guard shakes his head and readjusts the assault rifle till it's more comfortable to grasp. Then he starts paying closer attention to a conversation. The girl looks at him affectionately and turns to you. I fell in love. It was love at first sight, just like in fairy tales. I ran away from home with him. She points at the mustache guard, and he gives you a barely perceptible nod. It wasn't until I saw the place that I realised what I got into, but it was too late to change anything. We decided I'd dress as a man to be at his side. He's with the gangsters, but he's a nice guy. He's no gangster himself, really. They simply were the first people he bumped into when he had no food or weapons, so he stayed with them. Why do you pretend to be a man? I guess, yeah, other than the obvious. There are all kinds of folk here. For the most part, they're not really bad, but there are people you wouldn't want to meet in a dark street, and there are others whose souls have long since become callous. It goes to the job, I guess. You see, I tend to wear a bit baggier clothing if I was trying to do that. I see. How did you meet? The girl sighs and lowers her eyes. It's hard to tell if she's happy or sad. I lived with my father then. He'd repair cars and agricultural equipment, did his best to fix what was broken, and I looked after the house and the garden. The mustache guard comes to you and holds the girl by the shoulders. She grabs onto his hand and looks back at you. Once our village had guests. These were Sasha and his guys. They heard through the grapevine that Denis Denisovich, Dan, was hiring, so they decided to join his gang. They set up a camp near the village and brought their car to have it fixed and asked their chief for directions, of course. The mustache guard winks and says, I am Sasha, nice to meet you. You nod in response. Meanwhile, the girl goes on with her story. As my dad worked in the village car repair shop, they turned to him for help. Whilst he was crouched under the bonnet, Sasha and I chatted for a bit. I liked him straight away, and so did he. And what happened next? He told me stories of the wasteland, and big cities, and different villages, and forests, and mountains, and people. People. He opened a whole new world to me, a world I haven't even known existed. The girl sighs again, squeezes Sasha's hand tighter. But father would never allow me to set out on the journey, and I decided I'd run away. It was a spontaneous decision. I didn't think twice. So early in the morning, I got in their car and left, onward, to the sunrise. I understand. The road is tempting, especially when you're young. Yeah, that's true. There's nothing bad about setting out on an adventure. The time was right, but you know I haven't seen Dad for so long. He doesn't know I'm alive, that I'm safe. I did a bad thing. I've left him alone and I've no idea how he's getting on. Tears swell in Dunya's eyes. Look, if I meet your father, I can give him a message for you. Might as well. That's harsh. Chances are he's dead already. You must travel a lot. I can tell by the look of you. Please do, please. He's short, has reddish hair, old. The girl covers her face with her hands and stops quietly. If I meet him, okay. I have a couple more questions. Tell me about this factory. There are all kinds of people here, repugnant and mean, as well as decent guys like my Sasha who come here totally by chance. Here they found a roof, a safe place to spend the night, and food, so they agreed to work here. People call them gangsters, but they don't do anything atrocious, though there are those who would find pleasure in mugging and killing people too. Seems like the factory's on the verge of a violent clash between the good and the not so good guys. Yeah, to be fair, that was kind of what I was sort of feeling. Obviously, like people like Shishak and what was that? Or whatever is going to have to go, but you know, hopefully we can knot this place into shape, merge him with the townsfolk, see if that works. See, I have another question. Oh yeah, because the town leader's sort of ailing a bit now. What if Dan could take over and he could turn it into a legit operation? Because I mean, he is a bit ruthless, but I reckon if he had a place to defend of his own, he'd defend it pretty damn well. What do you do here? I help Sasha guard the perimeter. I do some household chores. I do lots of stuff. And look at how huge the factory is. Plenty of people means plenty of work. Okay, then I have another question. Any idea what the factory folk are up to? They went to secure the support of local residents and start restoring the peace in these lands. A great plan if you ask me, but the methods they use, well, it's not for me to decide anyway. It's up to Denisovich. Dan. See, well, it's time for me to go. Well, whilst I would love to tell this dude over here that his affection isn't quite, he's worried about his orientation, whilst I'd love to tell him, that he's not got to be worried, and if he was to speak to a person, he probably wouldn't be beaten up. I kind of don't want to blow a cover, so yeah, no. He's gonna have to sit there worrying eternally, I guess. Though Harry hasn't picked up that person's with Sasha. I don't know. Ooh, more mushrooms. I guess I could have picked them up from here rather than going to the city, rather than going to the outskirts of the town, but I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Where did I came in from over here. So I haven't looted that car yet then. Right. Let's go check these buildings whilst I'm here. Oh. Don't think I probably got the strength to fix that. Or can I not? I can't even... Use... Nope. Guess I'll have to bash it? What if I switch to... Oh no, it's pistol. I need a shiv. Yeah, no, can't really do any damage to it. And I can't seem to climb up the ladders either. Oh, well, might come back for that. I'm gonna grab these mushrooms though. Right, I'm just gonna go and loot the car as well. I'll let you know what I get. This house looks like it's got quite a few things in it. Coffee. I need to find a place to sell my weightier items soon. Doesn't look like there's too much here, but oh well, every little bit helps. A nice car, looks like it can even be fixed. Huh. Car looks pretty good, but I won't. So that's what I can use to travel then. That's pretty cool. I mean, what do we need? Wheels, parts. What can I do? Repair? Won't be able to fix it on my own. Is that because my skill isn't good enough? You see here, Moscovich 2140. Wonder whether that's an actual car. I assume so. Right. Well, at least we know where our vehicle is. Hopefully we can get that up and running at some point. Now I'm gonna go back to the main town though. I might look at that pier. Do I have time? Looks like I might. Yeah, I'm gonna head there. Try to talk your way out. Yay! And 3 experience points. Pretty close now. Let's see what's in store. I hope those weird guys who are going to beat the crap out of me out here. That wouldn't be good. Possibly speak of the devil. Let's equip my rifle. What is that? A dead dog? Weird. It's a bit laggy. That's weird. Let's talk to this man. Hello there. In front of you stands a sturdy, bearded man. He quietly whistles some old waltz melody and observes thoughtfully the float on the water surface. He feels your presence and flinches. Oh, God, man, you scared me. What are you skulking like this for? This area's not safe. Had I have a gun, I could have shot you. Not safe? Nothing's safe. You can't let your guard down anyway. True, but you see at night all sorts of rabble gather here. Bandits. They avoid this quay during the day, but at night all hell breaks loose here. Who are the bandits that gather here? Definitely not Dan's guys. In comparison, his men are like the lambs of God. No, the folk you encounter here at night time is much gloomier. Maniacs, cult followers, drug dealers, slave hunters, some creepy people. True, there are enough gangsters around. The man nods sadly and smooths his mustache. Yeah, I won't complain if there are fewer of them, but these bastards are everywhere. On the other hand, there could have been even more of them. Think about it. The fisherman shakes his head and heaves a deep sigh. Ah, to hell with it. Let's change the subject. I don't really feel like talking about all this mess. It does nothing but depress me. How's fishing? Big catch? The man scratches his beard nonchalantly and shrugs. Not really. The lake's bigger, but there's not many fish. Probably because they dump all kinds of shit into it in Paragon. These businessmen don't care if the local residents suffer. Tell me about this Paragon. So it must be a city on the border of the water. We saw some off to the left, didn't we, in the map? It's something like a fortress the merchants founded on the northern shore of the lake. Caravans from the north, the east and west stay there. Some to rest, some to drift down on the rafts. It's safer than the roads, and there are plenty of highwaymen now. Let's change the subject. Ask you a few questions. The man nods. The impression you made on him has obviously been of the right kind to make him want to chat a bit more. What do you want to know? Tell me about yourself, buddy. What's there to talk about, matey? Once I was sailing the local rivers on a tug, Ivan Tupitsin. It dated back to way before the revolution, and even bore the name of the Volga merchant who used to own it. This tug survived the revolution and 2 wars, but the 3rd one finished him off. Such a pity. What are you doing here? What a stupid question, matey. Fishing fishes. I come here every day and sell what I catch and feed my family with what's left. By the way, perhaps you could help me with it. Here we go. What do you want? I heard giant spider brains are perfect bait. Thank God we don't have many of them here, but I've heard the lands in the southwest are teemed with them. I want to do a little experiment and try them as bait. If you can get them, let's say 20 brains, I'd be extremely grateful. I guess it's worth a try. So you want 20 spider brains? Yes, but exactly 20. That's important. I believe it'll be enough to maintain experimental integrity. I see. Let's change the subject. Where's this place? It's a big lake, or rather a small key at its shore. As a boy, I'd often come here to fish. Never thought this place would feed me again when I got old. Well, thank God it does. Have you heard anything interesting? My friends who have a TV set from Krasnoye told me about a beast they saw in a program. It's got a toad ghoul or something like that. The mutant can disguise itself as a human being and then criticize and plot against the city trade council. It's oddly specific. But yeah, okay. Right. Let's see if I can use my scanner for anything useful. So they said the stash is out here on the quay or somewhere around the dock. Right, I'm just gonna have a look for it. Huh, look at that. So the stash is there. My scanner's not picking it up, which is kind of annoying, but I also can't use Alt when I'm in this mode to toggle stuff, like it's not showing his items. So if I switch back to my pistol, I can use Alt once it stops scanning to check, which is kind of weird because I thought the scanner had picked that up, thought that was the whole point. Let's see what I've got. Whoa, I tried to open the stash. And in rubles, and is that vodka? Nice. Nothing amazing, but it'll do for selling. I'll have to keep more of an eye out then. I was kind of hoping the scanner would supplement that, but I guess not. Those reeds are causing some serious lag, actually. I think it's the reeds, anyway. It's weird. But yeah, anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end it for this session. Catch you on the rebound.